Okay, so I want to make sure we know how to draw a box plot. So here's a quick example. You guys learned how to do a box plot yesterday. So what's my very first step in doing a box plot? Yep. Put it in order because you want to find a median. Excellent. Okay, so first step is order it to find a median. Okay, so I rearranged it in this order. You don't have to write this down if you want to. You can just follow along. It's just a quick little recap. So how do I find a median? Quick reminder, how do I find a median? Yep. Perfect. Okay, because I have 8 numbers here, my median is going to be between 15 and 20. So between them, it's basically 15 plus 20 divided by 2, which is 17.5. Okay, and other than calling it the median, what other word can I call it in a box plot? Yep. Is it quartile? Quartile what? Which one? 2. Perfect. So Q2, quartile 2. Okay, and then Q1, this is the part where some people have confusion about, right? Because Q2 is 17.5, which means that to the left of it, it includes the 15. So for Q1, I use 1, 8, 14, and 15. Right? So in between those, it's going to be between 8 and 14. So when I add it divided by 2, my Q1 is 11. Okay. Now suppose that I only have 7 numbers and my Q2 was 15, then I use the left of it. Then I just use 1, 8, and 14. Okay. So just how you can remember is to the left and to the right of your Q2. That's how you know which numbers to use. Yeah. All right. So as I was saying, if let's say Q2 is 15, then I don't use the 15. I use 1, 8, and 14 only. Okay. And then so what's Q3? Where is Q3? In between where? Melody? It will be between 21 and 28, right? So if you add it up and divide it by 2, 49 divided by 2, 24.5. Okay, so to draw my box plot, I need 5 numbers. Which are my 5 numbers in this case? I need 5 numbers. Melissa? Good. Right. Okay, so your minimum and your maximum with Q1, Q2, Q3. So make sure you have all 5 numbers and then you can draw your box plot. When you draw your box plot, this is a common mistake people do as well. They just draw me a box and a line with those numbers. But before I draw my box, what do I need? Yep, number line. Excellent. So I have to have a number line, otherwise your box doesn't make any sense. Because it has to be to scale. All right, so since my lowest number is 1 and my maximum number is 31, I'm going by 5s here. So from 0 to 35, I do a dot for my min, I do a dot for my max, and then I have my Q1, Q2, Q3 in a box. Notice it's called a box plot, so I better see a box. I've seen people draw me triangles. I'm not kidding. Okay, so make sure I see a box somewhere. All right. And then one last thing, interquartile range. Remember that yesterday? IQR. How do I calculate IQR? IQR equals, yep. Your biggest number, subtract by smallest number, and then like everything. Not biggest minus smallest is not the dot part, the box part. So it's actually Q3 minus Q1. Yeah. Okay, and then after you subtract it, what do I have to do to it? I got 13.5. What do I have to do to that number? Times it by, yep, 1.5. And then you get 20.25. What that is, it tells you the upper bound and lower bound. So 20.25, I added to Q3. That will give me my upper bound. And then I subtract it from Q1. That will give me my lower bound. And then that will tell you anything in between that boundary is reasonable data. Anything outside of it is called a, what is it called if it's outside of that boundary? Yep. Oh, really? Outlier, right. Outside of the bound, outlier. Okay. So so one of the question I might ask you is 50 an outlier? And then show your work mathematically. So to show it, you would do this. So then add 20.25 to Q3. So that means your upper bound is going to be 44.75. So number 50 will be considered an outlier. Yep.
Can you add it or subtract to Q1?
So Q1 you subtract so that you get the lower bound. And then you add it to Q3 to get the upper bound. Okay? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, I'll show it. I'll write it up. Okay, so Q1 minus 20.25, that will give you 11 minus 20.25. 11 minus 20.25, you get negative 9.25. Q3 plus 20.25, 24.5 plus 20.25, you get 44.75. So anything between that is considered regular range, your range. Okay. Anything outside of that is considered an outlier. Okay. Yep.
So anything between, does it not include that? Like,
included.
So if you had a number that was negative 9.25, that
yeah.
would be
included. Yeah. Oh, she said not included?
So if you have a number on the boundary, that's an outlier. But you said if you have a number on the boundary, that's still with it.
That's still with it.
She said it's an outlier.
Outlier is like outside of it.
No, okay. You know how like it's negative 9.25? It's the 44 one. You said if it's like the 44.75, it's an outlier.
No, more than that is an outlier.
So that is good.
Yeah. So 45 would be considered outlier. Yeah. Yeah. You always times it by 1.5. It's standard. So it's like kind of like the 1.5 of the range is considered normal.
We have to draw like all the datoms like on the number line.
These?
Yes, because like
no.
in the like homework we had yesterday, like we only do the like.
Oh, you can go by tens or something like that, but I just need to make sure I see a scale, because if you only put those numbers, it's inaccurate.
But like in the like answer key for the
oh, that, but it's, yeah, that's not good.
Wait, no. Oh, I read it wrong.
Yeah, the answer key one only shows those numbers, even though it is still like you can see the spacing of those, it's still in a scale, but it's not a very clear scale. So I would say the number line is better, because otherwise you will lose mark on the exam if you don't have a scale.
But how do you know like what scale to go up by?
You decide. As long as I see some sort of scale, so you could do by tens if you want. You can do by 20s. but I need to, because some box plots, it could look very extreme and very narrow. So I need to see that gap. Okay. So as I said, you will see an example like this on the exam. Make sure you know how to draw a box plot. Okay. Moving on to today's lesson, density on page 16. So we're gonna do density and density and Venn diagrams today. And somebody borrowed my pencil and then give it back. So let me okay, let me erase that. Okay, let me erase. Okay, so page 16. Page 16. Page 16. Okay, so density. Density means the most dense, the most numbers. So most closest. Okay, so most numbers in the set. That's what it basically means. Okay, so let's recap what we learned 3 months ago. Natural numbers between -2 and 10. So what are natural numbers again? This was the lesson on the very first day of class. Natural numbers. Yeah, from 1 to 1 and above. Okay, so in this set we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many numbers is here? So there's 10 numbers. Okay. Odd integers between -2 to 10. So what's my set? Integers. What are integers again? All right. So can you? Yeah, negative and positive numbers. So -1, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. When we write a set, we use this squiggly bracket. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 numbers in this set. Integers between -2 and 10. So somebody tell me this set. Ethan? Is -2 an integer?
Yes.
Yeah, so -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, all the way to 10. How many numbers is in this set?
13.
13. Good. Okay, and then lastly, this number set right here is just simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 numbers in this number set. Right? So, can you guys see the pencil marks? Kind of. Okay. So, how many? Which one is the most dense then? A, B, C, or D? Yep. C. And then? Yep. Uh, what'd you say? D? Yeah. D and then B. Perfect. Okay, so that's what density means. All right, let's try one more example just to make sure we get it. Number 3. Let's do example 3. Okay, whole numbers between -10 to 38 that are multiples of 5. All right, so who can list out the numbers in this set for me? Misha? Okay, so whole numbers are positive. So actually including 0. Remember, whole number includes 0. Yep.
25, 30.
Perfect. Okay, and how many numbers are in this set? 8. Good. Okay, next one, Ethan, integers between negative 10 and 38 that are multiples of 5.
Negative 10, negative 5,
Good.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Yeah. Okay, and how many numbers are in this set? Let's see if we get the right answer. Correct. Let's see if we get the same answer.
9.
Oh, I got 10. Okay. And then C. Who has C? Martin. Yeah. C. Natural numbers between negative 10 and 50 that are multiples of 5.
1 to 50.
Multiples of 5.
Oh, 5,
Yes.
10,
Yep.
50,
Mm-hmm. All the way to
25, 30.
Yep. Up to 50. And how many numbers are in this set? Yeah, count your. Yep, good. All right, count your fingers if you guys need. And then Shayab. D. All the real numbers between 5 and 10. Yeah. All right, real numbers. What are real numbers again? You forgot. Okay, well it has been 3 months. All right. So can real numbers have decimals? Who thinks so? Okay, so okay, right. Okay, so you can have decimals. Exactly. So to write it, we can write something like this as the set. X is between anything between 5 and 10. So it means you have infinite. Okay, so out of these sets, which one is the most dense? Yeah. D, yeah, because you can have infinite number of numbers. Okay. And then it would be B and C because they both have 10 numbers. And then the least dense would be A because it only has 8. Yep.
Why is 0
For B,
or just all?
it so only natural numbers doesn't include 0. Whole numbers and integers include 0.
Is real number also include 0?
Yes.
Only natural.
Yeah.
Like,
If you go back to page 1 of this book, you lost the page. How do you lose page 1?
Why is 0 like a multiple?
Why is 0 what?
A multiple.
It is because if you times it by 0 times 5, it's still 0. All right. So I'll leave you guys to try 2 and 4. Let's move on to Venn diagram first. All right, Venn diagram. Venn diagram on page 17. Okay. How many of you did Venn diagram last year? I know some people did. All right, good. If you haven't, it's okay. You just have a little head start. All right, so you're given this set of numbers from 1 to 16. A are multiples of 3, B are multiples of 5. So complete the Venn diagram. So where would 1 go in my Venn diagram? Is 1 a multiple of 3 or 5? No. So I would write it on the outside. So I'll write it on the outside. 2, same thing. And then 3 would go in the A circle. Here, I'll just show it. All right. 3 would go in the A circle. 4 would go on the outside because it's neither. And then 5, number 5 is a multiple of 5. So I will put it in the B circle. Okay. And then the only number is 15, which is both a multiple of 3 and 5. So that's why I would write it in the middle of them. The overlapping part means it's in both sets. Okay, so make sure when you do your Venn diagram, it includes every single number in the set. Okay. And then here's the tricky question. P bracket A and B. So what does that mean? Alright, so you will actually learn more of this in grade 11. So what does P stand for? What do you think P stands for? What does the letter P? What does it mean? Okay, probability. And what do you think this symbol means? This symbol right here, this arc right here. What does that mean? Yeah. So what are you trying to find, Melody? Or so probability of A and B, right? That's right. Okay. So let's say I put these 16 numbers in a hat. All right. What the probability of me drawing the number 15? Ethan? 1 in 16. That's right. Okay. And you guys will actually learn more of these probability in grade 11, but this is just a little introduction to it. Okay. Let's try example 2. When you're given a Venn diagram, write down the set that are in set D. Okay, what are the numbers in set D? All right, this is tricky question. All right. Let's see. Catherine, what do you think? Can you list the numbers in set D? Okay, so in the circle D, so it has to be, it will be everything in the circle. So Kaden, everything in the circle would be 5, 6, and 9. Not just 6, but 5, 6, and 9. Okay. What do you think this means then? CUD. What does that mean? This notation. Yeah.
Is it union?
Union, yeah. Okay, but what's a simpler word?
That's what I read.
Okay, yes, this does mean C union D, or in simpler word. Sorry? Not combined, because this is combined. This is combined, so opposite of combined. Yeah. Or, right. So in C or D, what are the numbers in C or D? Or. So in C or D, Sarah, is your hand up? Okay.
1, 4, 5.
Yeah. 1, 4, 5, 6, and 9. So all these numbers are in either the C circle or in the D circle. Okay, one more notation. C with a dash. C with a apostrophe. What does that mean? Yeah, what is that dash? Yeah. Good try. Yeah, it's a nice guess.
Is it not?
Not. Yeah, not C. That's what it means. So what are the numbers that are not in the C circle? Let's see. Eliana, you've been quiet. What are the numbers not in the C circle? 6, 7, and 11. Uh, Okay. Okay, and then this last Last example, example 3. Okay, let me erase this first so that I don't give away the answer. Okay, example 3. So, any of you tried escape rooms before? Yeah, okay. So and then you know how some escape room asks you about like these thing, like uh red marble, green marble, and so forth and stuff. So to figure out the next time you're in an escape room and it tells you like these scenarios, what you want to do is work backwards. Work your hints backwards. It's like a little trick. All right. So there are 80 students in grade 11. 9 of them study French and German. 35 of them study French only, and then 2 don't study any of these languages. Okay. So complete the Venn diagram. So if I work backwards, 2 students don't study French or German. Where do I write the 2? Yeah, on the outside. That's right. Right. 35 only study French. Yep, in the French section. And then 9 study both languages in the middle. So how do I figure out what this number is? Sorry? It's not 9. How many students are there in total? Sarah? Yeah, there's 80 people in total, and I know these parts already, so how do I figure this one out? Subtract them. Yeah. So I do 80 subtract 9 subtract 35 subtract the 2, so I get 34 students. So 34. All right. So here's a tricky question for you. What if I do? Who can figure out this? Who has the answer for me? Try it. Yes, 43 out of 80. Okay, not just 34 because it's probability of G. So anything in the G circle, which is 34 plus the 9, so it's 43 out of 80. Okay. All right, so that's the lesson on Venn diagrams and density. Your homework for the rest of the class, you have about 20 minutes to get started. You can definitely finish page 16 to 20. All right, 16 to 20. And then tomorrow we can take up some of these questions. By the way, for the Venn diagram, can you only have 2 circles? You can have many circles. So for example, this one has 3. You can have 4, 5, 6. So yeah. Okay.